last decade, women have made huge strides toward reaching gender equality. However, this does not appear to be the case in today's society. So when we hear the question, are women and men truly equal, it is important to take several different factors into account. So today I will be walking you through the three main issues that women still face today. The first one, of course, being the gender pay gap. Secondly, I will be discussing how women are not treated equally in the medical office. And thirdly, I will be discussing the pink tax. Now, ladies and gentlemen in the room, what if I told you that in the future, your daughter could be the absolute brightest, the absolute smartest in her class, but that she's still going to earn 80.7 cents to the dollar of her male counterpart? That's absolutely ridiculous. In the United States of America, the national average of the gender pay gap is 19.3%. 28 states, however, are above this national average. Louisiana has the highest gender pay gap with 31.2%. Now, we are fortunate to live in California where the gender pay gap is only 10.2%. However, that is still significant. With a year-round full-time job, women over the age of 16 are earning $46,783, while their male counterparts are earning $52,487. Now, it's pretty ridiculous that in 2020, this gap still exists. Now, this issue goes even deeper when looking into race. If you look at Houston, Texas, the average white male earns approximately 53% more than Hispanic women. Now, in Los Angeles, California, the average white woman earns 83% less than her male counterpart, the black woman earns 59% less, and the Hispanic woman earns 49% of her male counterpart. Now, as a Hispanic young woman, that is absolutely terrifying to think that one day when I go to school and I put in just as much time as everyone else, my work will not be valued simply because of my gender and my race. Now, moving on to the next issue is how women are treated in the medical office. This issue is often disregarded when talking about women's health or gender equality in general. Now, as you can tell, I'm relatively young, so when I go to the pediatrician's office, she is one female, and I typically look up at my mom and ask her to describe to me what I'm feeling because I'm still young and I need parental guidance. So, I have yet to face this. However, that was not the case for Charlotte Perkins Gilman. When she wrote The Yellow Wallpaper, she was experiencing postpartum depression herself. However, at the time that this story was written, postpartum depression was not a thing yet. So how were doctors supposed to diagnose her? But because she was ignored, she almost descended into insanity. And she expressed this through The Yellow Wallpaper through the description of a young woman who had a brother and a husband for physicians. However, she was still ignored. If it not for this story, attention to postpartum depression might have not been brought on as much. Now, the next article I will be discussing is by Emily Dwass, where she discusses that the "it's all in your head" diagnosis is still relevant to women's diagnosis. She accounts her own mother-in-law's experiences in the medical office. She says that her mother-in-law was constantly going back to the medical office for recurrent stomach pains. And that every single time she said that these pains were not getting better with the medications, the doctors dismissed her and simply told her, "What do you expect?" Now, here they were not only referring to her gender, they were referring to her age. So not only do women have to deal with the discrimination for being women, now we have to worry about what age we are in order to seek medical attention, which is absolutely ridiculous. Now, in order to end in a more lighthearted mood, we're going to discuss the pink tax. For those of you who do not know, the deceivingly cute name is meant to cover up the fact that women pay $1,300 more approximately for essentially the same products as women. Now, I don't know about anyone else in this room, but I personally like to put those $1,300 towards something else. I don't know, maybe my college tuition? So, in her article, 7 Weird Examples of How Women Pay More for Essentially the Same Products as Men, Casey Bond gives us countless examples of how women pay more. Now, I don't know about anyone else, but when I think about the pink tax, the first thing that comes to mind is razors. Because that's what's been brought to light. They do the same thing, however, women are still paying more. But this first example completely baffled my mind, and that is laxatives. Women are paying more for laxatives than men are, and that is absolutely ridiculous, is it not? In an image posted by a Twitter consumer, she says that the laxatives in a pink box labeled Women's Gentle Laxatives were approximately $12, and the other laxatives in a green box were $5. Why is there such a gap for a color? That is absolutely ridiculous. Now the next example, and this one proves that it's not just women saying, oh yeah, we're paying more for these products. No, men are starting to speak up too. A gentleman went to Ace Hardware store to get hotel kits for his wife and himself, and he realized that the blue hotel kit and the pink hotel kit had a $3 difference, which is absolutely ridiculous because both of them hold the exact same items. But why is there this gap? He even said in his tweet, hey Ace, tell me what's wrong with this picture, and he was obviously referring to the pay difference. Now, to refer back to my first point, now not only are women being paid less than men, they are now expected to pay more as well for the same products, which is absolutely baffles my mind, to be completely honest with you. So, women deserve to have their pain acknowledged, women deserve to be paid the same as men, and women deserve to get to pay the same for the same products. Thank you.